Happy December. I could not believe we're here. We are basically, by the end of this month, we'll be halfway through preschool, and that's just absolutely crazy to me. But happy December. The kids are going to get a little bit wonky. So as a teacher, and now that you guys are the teachers, this is the hardest month. It probably beats out May, and they're ready to check out for the summer, for being one of the hardest months to teach. Because especially young kiddos, because they're excited and they don't really understand quite why they're excited, and they know Christmas is coming, but they have no concept of how many days it is. The fact that we still have to get through the entire month of December before Christmas. They just start getting excited because they're seeing presents and Santa and people are talking about it, and they don't know if Christmas is in tomorrow or 2 years from now. They have no idea, but they just know they're excited. So when they're excited like that, their attention span is going to be very short. So last month I tried to kind of shove in a bunch of learning, just knowing that this month we're just going to do some fun stuff. We're going to make them really love learning, but we're going to have to be pretty tricky about how we do that. So they just think we're doing fun projects and art and writing letters to Santa, and everything's going to feel very Christmassy and fun, without so much of the directed teaching from me. So I'm going to try really hard to keep my lessons with the kiddos at 10 minutes if I can. It'll be really hard, but I'm going to try to keep it really quick, really fast, just really short. I'm going to try to give you guys lots of different videos and activities that you can do. My kiddos went crazy for the directed drawings, so I found a whole bunch of really fun Christmas ones, so I'm going to add a whole bunch of those in there. We'll have the Christmas song book that I put together. It just has a bunch of fun Christmas songs that you guys can color and read together. And then with this, one of my favorite things to do is, if they're ready for sight words, I say, let's go through and color all the sight words the orange. And then I'll pick the next word and I'll say, okay, now we're going to go through and find all the word ands, and we're going to color those blue. And we just do one sight word a day and just find them. Or if your kiddos are working on letters or sounds or whatever, you could say, let's go find all the ah sounds. And they have to go through and color anytime they find that ah. And you could say, we're going to color those yellow. So I just use this as kind of a fun way, and then we sing the song, and it just feels like, oh, we're just doing Christmas stuff, and they don't really realize that they're learning and practicing, rather than doing, you're probably going to have a hard time getting them to do their, papers and their actual, worksheets and things like that, because they're just going to be so excited for Christmas that, so maybe you'll get lucky and your kiddo will be on it and it'll go great. But I just know usually about 80% of my kiddos are checked out. They're on Christmas time. And we just try to do lots of silly songs, lots of singing, lots of movement, lots of those literacy center tubs, lots of fun activities. If you have things like ABC Mouse, one of my favorite things is called Letter School. It's an app you can get on your phone, and it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for letter formation. And now they even have it with sight words and shapes and numbers and cursive, if you got an older kiddo. I have my 3rd grader doing the Letter School with the cursive. It's fabulous. So that's kind of a neat way to let them do something different for learning, that maybe, they just might need a different thing for their brain that day. But with this songbook, we're also going to start, we're not going to do it quite yet, but we are going to talk about their Santa letters. So we'll actually write them next week, but we're going to start brainstorming all of the things that we could talk to Santa about, that we don't want to just say, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. We're going to try to talk about, when you write a letter to somebody, what do you say, and things like that. And then I'm also going to give you a ton of ideas for crafts. For me, if they were in preschool with me this week, or the next 3 weeks, we would just do tons of Christmas crafts. I love to try to send home as many crafts as I can, that I decorate your house with your kids' artwork. So I'm going to give you lots of ideas. I'm not going to talk about very many of them with the kiddos just because I don't know what your weeks are looking like. You could have, you know, an office party and a family party, and you could be doing all sorts of busy things, or you could be hunkered down, quarantined, or you could be busy working somewhere. I don't know what your life is. So I wanted to give you a ton of stuff to do if you were having fun at home, and then not talk a lot about it too much in case you guys had some busy weeks ahead of you, or who knows, let's hope, God forbid, you get sick, but anything like that. I just wanted to have it be lots of options. So please don't feel like you have to do all of it. But one of the ones is kind of the extra one that I wanted to show you is a cute little gingerbread craft. And I'll show you what he or she looks like here. This is one that Jackson made last year. But all you do is you just cut out this little shape for the body, and then I just kind of cut them out some silly, kind of like a weird triangle shape. I just took a rectangle piece of paper and just went snip, 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 if that makes sense. And that's their little bow tie, or for like the girls last year, some of them chose to do the bow in the hair instead of the bow tie. And then you just need the black circles for the eyes, the red circle for the nose, and the pink circles for the cheeks. And then we just cut out strips of paper and little hands to glue together, and strips of paper and little feet shapes for their feet. And then they decorated, they decorated them. This was Olivia's last year. I'm not sure what this is on the forehead, but this was that last year. And then we used the white to kind of be like the frosting, and they got to decorate their cute little gingerbread man. So that's a bonus craft that you could do. And then I'm going to show you another one. We did little gingerbread hats, which is, sorry, Jackson's is, oh, he's a funny artist. But same thing, pink nose, googly eyes. We cut out some white paper to kind of be the frosting. We glued on some little hands, and then did the little headband, so it becomes like a cute little gingerbread man sitting on your head. And then some of the girls added glitter last year. Some of the boys added extra decorations. But so that's the little gingerbread, whatchamacallit. One of the things we are going to talk about with the kiddos is the names, the Christmas tree names. So I just cut out a bunch of triangles like this, and then I write their name on, like, one letter on each triangle, and then give them a piece of red paper and see if they can, we glue on the little stem, and then I see if they can put their name in order. And it's kind of tricky because you have to line it up just right so your tree turns out right. You don't want to cover up all your letters, so it kind of teaches them about, like, doing the correct spacing, and so it's kind of a fun activity to see if they can put their name together this way. And then there is the Rip Paper Santa that I wanted to show you. He's hiding around here somewhere. Sorry. Somewhere he's hiding from me. There he is. Okay, so I get together just like a background paper, and then we got the little face and his hat, and so we'll kind of make Santa here. We'll glue on all the little parts and glue on his eyes, and I got out the little black, I'm gonna make his little googly eyes like that, and then we've got his little red nose and his little cheeks, and then we'll give him a smile ear to ear. And then you glue it on the paper. So then glue his head to the paper kind of up at the top. And then you let them rip these pieces of paper, and it creates the cute little Santa. Oh, here it is. So here's a little Santa. Oh, last year we used googly eyes. So you could do googly eyes as well, and just a little red nose if you wanted. But I had him rip the paper and glue it on. I think this was Olivia's last year, so you can kind of get the idea that we ripped the paper and put it on. And then I just always saved paper and did the smaller version, but you can totally do it big. You just have one kid. I had 20-something kids last year, so I always tried to find the the smaller version to use less paper. And then the last thing is I will share a picture with you because I think I packed it away because I always keep them on my Christmas tree. But we're going to make the little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer handprints. And these are my favorite thing to make each year. And you just need a little red square piece of paper and brown paint. And you paint their hand brown and stick it on. And then after it dries, you glue on brown googly eyes and a red nose. And then we cut it out and we make it into a little ornament. We tie a little ribbon to it. And they're so precious. So I have all of my kiddos, all of their handprints for the last, gosh, I don't even know, however many years of preschool, 8 years. So they're my favorite. I even did them in kindergarten, my top kindergarten. But the last, oh, and we're going to be doing fun music, different things. I have some fun music videos. We're going to kind of be exploring some STEAM with music. So I have some fun music videos to kind of learn about musical instruments. And we're going to talk about like what makes a good drumstick. So I'm going to have them go around the house and try to figure out like what would make a good drumstick. Like would spaghetti make a good drumstick? Would pipe cleaners make a good drumstick? So we're going to go kind of exploring like what makes a good drumstick. And then the last thing I want to show you is Target had these fun little things in their dollar spot section. Or even the dollar store had some really fun Christmassy things. Like these are just mini erasers. And these are just some kind of little like fine motor skill toy. But these make great things to pull out and play games with. Like, can you show me 4? Can you show me 5? Let's count things in a row. Can we organize them? Or just even dumping in a tub and letting them play with sensory style. Just to kind of add some fun Christmassy type learning. And then the last thing to show you before you go, this is another cute little Rudolph craft you can do. I just cut out a big circle as a little bit smaller circle. I usually just use bowls in my kitchen to trace around the circle. And then we cut their hands out. And then we cut out the white and the black for the googly eyes and the red nose. And then we just glitter the red nose. So you could glitter it with glitter glue. You could glitter it with regular glitter if you have it, or just leave it red. That's fine too. But these make some really cute decorations as well. So there's a bunch of fun ideas. Hopefully that gives you lots of good stuff to get going on. Next week I'll share a few more Christmassy crafts with you. But otherwise we'll just try to keep it nice and short and sweet and do lots of fun things, lots of breaks, lots of music. And we can make it through December. But I hope you guys have a great week. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.